If you have played Season 10, you know the Prowlers come back out of the care package with basically no nerfs. And yes, while the Prowler is undoubtedly too strong at the moment, it might not be for the same reason you would expect. I'll show you the 3 most important stats for each of the ground loot SMGs, and we should be able to see what the Prowler excels at the most currently. Alright, so the R99 rocks a DPS of 198 with a purple shield time to kill of 1020 milliseconds. And we're using milliseconds here because using comas and stuff for time to kill is kind of annoying, so we'll just roll with it. The damage per mag is 297. The wall rocks a DPS of 180, purple shield time to kill of 1070 milliseconds, and a damage per mag of 390. Well, the Prowler has a DPS of around 174 on average, with a purple shield time to kill of 1030 milliseconds and a damage per mag of 525. So keep in mind that all of these stats are with the largest magazine upgrade you can get for each weapon. And I didn't put this info on the graphic because past me forgot, sorry about that. All of the damage is against body shots of normal legends, so not fortified legends like Gibby or Caustic. And the time to kill, like I said, is measured in milliseconds against the most common to mid-game shield, which is the purple. Also note that the discrepancy of the Prowler's time to kill in DPS compared to the Vault is due to how the burst mode works. So the DPS number is kind of a bit less relevant for the DPS of the Prowler because of during the actual burst you'll have the majority of damage in that burst, and then you'll have the burst delay, so I wouldn't worry about the Prowler DPS too much. And from now on I'll refer to damage per magazine as DPM. So the main takeaway here is that the by far most imbalanced thing of the Prowler is not its time to kill, which you might have been led to believe if you've seen videos from prominent YouTubers. However, it's the completely absurd damage per magazine, or DPM. It rivals like even that of the highest assault rifle values, which would be the Flatline with 570 damage per magazine and the Havoc with 648. And these are all then the highest DPM assault rifles with purple magazines, which it's kind of ridiculous that SMG is even getting close to that at the moment. I can't blame Respawn for this, however, due to how the Prowler works. It needs its magazine upgrades to be in segments of 5 bullets, so the burst doesn't ever get cut short. And the gun already starts with just 20 bullets, so lowering it to 15 would make it a really punishing gun to pick up on drop. As such, my proposed solution is to completely remove the magazine attachment for it, and by default giving it 25 bullets. And this might sound like a huge nerf, and yeah, it kind of is a huge nerf, but it brings the balance of the SMGs all a lot closer to each other, and it makes the gun more solid on drop as well. So the gun's DPM would go from 525 to 375, bringing it in just under the Vault in DPM and still quite a bit above the R99. I would instead, as a counter to the gun losing its magazine attachment, add in the option to equip a barrel mod. So this would mostly be there to reduce horizontal recoil, not so much vertical, but I don't really know how Respawn handles their barrel mods, so if it only can reduce the total magnitude of the recoil, that's fine too, because the Prowler kinda kicks pretty hard for each burst and goes to the right after 3 of them, which is kind of annoying to control, so I think that would be fine to have a barrel mod for it to counterbalance its now reduced ammo count. This would make all the ground loot SMGs fill in a niche of its own. The R99 allowing you a really fast time to kill, assuming you have good tracking, and also being quite forgiving if you happen to miss a couple of bullets here and there. And the Prowler will give you the edge over the R99 only against certain armors, and only if you hit every shot in your burst, and this greatly rewards precision. So to give a quick example of how the Prowler is able to beat the R99's time to kill, it's only on white and red armors, and this is assuming you hit literally every single shot in the burst for both of those armors. If you miss even a single bullet, your time to kill is going to be significantly lower than both the Vault and the R99. So the Prowler definitely favors precision above all the other SMGs, so it really rewards that good aim, and I think that's kind of exactly the niche that burst weapons should fill, and I think Respawn did a really good job at that. Let's not forget everyone's favorite reliable SMG, the Volt, capable of one mag in most enemies you come across because of its forgiving DPM, while losing out against the R99 and Prowler in the time to kill department. It's got your back if you aren't the most comfortable with tracking, and it's also sporting one of the easiest recoils in the game, making it pretty easy to beam people from even quite a distance. Also, the Prowler's hipfire is completely busted at the moment, and it definitely needs to be tuned down. Please, Respawn fix. This thing can hipfire so good at the ranges you usually use SMG at that you might as well just give up on ADSing. So this was my breakdown on how to, in my opinion, balance the Prowler to more accurately fit in with the rest of the ground loot SMGs. And I'm pretty curious about what the rest of you guys think, so feel free to leave any feedback in the comments. I'm pretty new to making videos, so any feedback is welcome. Also, if you have any differing opinions to me, I'm open to discussion. And if you'd like more analytical videos like this, based on statistics, I'd be happy to make more. And I would personally like to tackle the EVA 8, because that gun's a bit controversial and it's pretty infuriating to play against. So that's probably gonna be the next video. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. See you later.